Hey guys, it's Shum Okimi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited for this video today because we'll be talking all about how to care for your natural hair, whether you're newly natural or you've been natural for a really long time. I've just been really wanting to make this video to cover the basics of how the heck do you easily care for your natural hair to where it is as smooth of a process for you as possible. So this will be me gathering all of the tips and tricks that I've learned along my own natural hair journey, things that have made my natural hair journey easier, and overall how to care for natural hair. So when caring for natural hair, I like to think of it as two parts. Essentially, all of natural hair is revolving around washing your hair and styling it in some way. If you can do those two things, you know how to care for your hair when washing it and how to care for it when styling it, then you've pretty much mastered natural hair. I'm gonna first cover washing, all of the steps and products and everything that can be helpful to know in the washing portion. And then the second half, I will cover the styling and just wearing portion. And then the third portion of this video, I will cover everything else that could be helpful in caring for your natural hair. So starting off with washing. How do I wash my hair? What should I use to wash my hair? How often should I wash my hair? What should I know about washing my hair to start? So now with natural hair, it's important to know that everyone's natural hair will be different. So your washing process may be different from others people. So as you are watching different natural hair videos and getting tips and tricks about natural hair, always take something that someone else says, try it out, and if it doesn't work for you, be willing to switch it up. You will cater everything that you take in to your own hair. So be willing to stray from some of the advice that you may receive as you learn what works best for you. You can take these things as a starting point and then adapt them to your own hair as you go along with your own journey. Taking care of natural hair kind of reminds me of cooking. Like, you can learn the basics, you can learn how to turn on the stove for a different dish. You can find different recipes out there for making the same exact dish. So you can take in those basics, you can take in a basic recipe, but over time you start to develop your own flavor. You add your own different types of spices and you become able to cook things in your own way. So it's the same with natural hair. You can take in the basics from other people and then add your own flavor and style, and with practice you will develop your own way of doing things. But yeah, to start off with washing, I just step straight inside the shower as you just saw me do, and I'll explain anything that I do to my hair before I step in the shower later in this video. But I just step straight in the shower, get all of my hair fully wet, and then twist up my hair. I prefer to twist my hair up before washing it because this makes it less overwhelming for me. Sometimes I don't and I wash my hair loose, but most of the time I wash my hair and twist, and this just makes it easier for me to access my scalp. Now if you have finer or less dense hair, you can just wash your hair all at once, and that's probably going to be faster for you. You don't necessarily need to twist your hair up, but if you have thicker, more dense hair, twisting your hair up for me greatly makes everything a little bit less overwhelming and less prone to tangling as you're washing it, because that is also an important point whenever you are shampooing your hair. As you are shampooing your hair, you want to be very, very careful in not tangling up your hair during the shampoo process. Whenever you're shampooing your hair, you don't have to be crazy to get your hair clean. So if you are washing your hair loose, just bear that in mind and be careful and go in a downward motion as I'm showing you here on this day whenever I was washing my hair loose, and just beware of not tangling up your hair, because that'll make your life a lot easier later down the road if your hair doesn't become too tangled as you're shampooing it. But so now whenever I'm washing my hair in twist, I go ahead and apply the shampoo, making sure that I'm getting my scalp really well, and then as I rinse out the shampoo, it'll fall down throughout the rest of my hair as well, and my twist will also naturally unravel. If your hair is long enough to stay twisted and doesn't unravel, you can go ahead and keep your hair in those twists throughout, and you can detangle and condition your hair in those twisted sections as well. That'll also make your life easier down the road if you just keep your hair in the twist throughout. But if it unravels, that's okay too. I shampoo my hair just once because I'm using a shampoo that cleanses my hair well. Sometimes if you use a shampoo that isn't very cleansing, your hair may not feel clean after one wash and you might have to do multiple washes. So to cut down on the time that it takes me to shampoo my hair, I make sure that I'm washing with a good cleansing shampoo. So you're probably asking, Sharon, what should I look for in a shampoo? How do I know what's a good shampoo? So now this will be based on your preference. You can try different shampoos and find which ones you want specifically, but generally speaking, when you are using a shampoo, what you should look out for, the signs of something being a good shampoo is that it cleanses your hair without stripping your hair. You don't want your hair to feel really, really stripped after you cleanse it, but you still want your hair to feel cleansed enough to where after you wash it, it doesn't still feel dirty and you find yourself needing to shampoo your hair multiple times. So those are the things to look out for. Ultimately, it will come down to you trying out a shampoo, seeing, okay, does my hair feel clean but it doesn't feel too stripped? Okay, great, awesome. If it does, I'm keeping it and I'm going to stick to the shampoo. And if it doesn't, I'll just try a new one. That is another big major part of developing your own natural hair routine. Once you find something that works, just stick with it. That will make your natural hair journey a lot simpler by not constantly switching unless whatever you're currently using isn't working as well as you would like. And in that case, just try another one until you find one that you like. So that covers shampoo. So once you are done with the shampoo process, then the next step is conditioning your hair. So with conditioner, so the purpose of shampooing your hair was to cleanse it, and now the conditioner is meant to help with your hair's manageability. Conditioners have surfactants that make it easier to detangle, humectants and emollients, and other ingredients that will also soften and condition your hair. So this step is very, very important. So whenever you're trying to choose a conditioner, one of the first very important aspect of a conditioner is its ability to have slip and allow you to easily detangle your hair. So during the conditioning step, this is also the best time to go ahead and detangle your hair. Whenever your natural hair is dripping wet and soaked in conditioner that has slip and allows your hair to be easily detangled, this is the time, and it's going to be under these conditions where it'll be easiest for you to detangle. So you want to make sure that your conditioner has good slip. Not all conditioners have good slip. You want to make sure that when you apply it into your hair, it makes it easier for you to run your fingers through your hair and detangle it. The detangling step of your wash day is also probably the most important step in terms of caring for your natural hair. During the detangling process is when a lot of breakage can occur. It can be really easy to be really rough at this step. So if you want to avoid breakage, you should be very gentle. Personally, for me, I only finger detangle. Sometimes I use brushes, but it's very rare. I mostly just stick with my fingers. Now, using my fingers and being gentle when detangling does take a little bit longer than just rushing through this part. So it kind of just depends on what matters most to you. If you just want a really fast wash day and you don't mind breakage here and there, you can just run through this part quickly. But because I want to limit how much breakage I'm getting on my hair, I detangle it in this manner that I'm showing you right here, being very gentle, not to rip out my hair. Sometimes we improperly believe that our hair is indestructible. You might think, oh, I can just rip through it, no problem, it's gonna withstand everything. No, that is what is causing your hair to break. Because for a lot of people with natural hair, our hair is growing, but sometimes it just breaks faster than it grows, just because we do certain things to it that cause it to break very easily, such as being really rough when we are detangling it. So by being careful when I'm detangling with my fingers, I'm able to avoid that problem. If I feel a knot, I carefully address that knot with my fingers instead of ripping the knot out and just breaking it through. Another thing with finger detangling, I'm able to save a lot of breakage and kind of save some time by not over detangling my hair. There's not really that much of a need to have a fine tooth comb be able to pass through my hair all the time. As long as I can easily pass my fingers through my hair and remove any shed hair and just make sure that my hair is thoroughly detangled enough to where I can easily run my fingers through it, that is good. Now, if you choose to use a brush or a comb, go with a brush made specifically for natural hair. A brush made specifically for natural hair is designed to not put too much force on certain areas and distribute the force evenly. So if you're going to use a brush, you still want to take into account the same things I was talking about with finger detangling. You want to go in very carefully, never forcing the brush through. What we don't realize is when we force, the brush is only moving through our hair because we are breaking our hair to pass the brush through or the comb through, whatever we're putting through our hair. You want to carefully and gently go through your hair to reduce as much breakage as possible. For just a normal regular wash day, I just shampoo and condition my hair. But if you want to do different treatments, you could do either a deep conditioner or a protein treatment at this time as well. If you ever notice your hair either feeling really hard and tough and brittle feeling and you would like something to help soften it, you can use a deep conditioner. Or if your hair is on the other side and if your hair feels too soft and mushy feeling and just really weak, especially whenever it's wet, you can use protein treatments to help add back in strength to your hair. Those are the ways that those types of treatments could be beneficial to your natural hair. If you decide to use a deep conditioner, you can skip using a regular conditioner and just use your deep conditioner after you shampoo. If your deep conditioner has good slip and you're able to detangle with it as well, this can help save you some time and save a little bit of money, since a conditioner and a deep conditioner are composed of very similar ingredients and sometimes the same exact ingredients but just at different concentrations, and with the deep conditioner being thicker. For a normal wash day for me though, I just shampoo and condition my hair like normal. I proceed, and then I'm also using the conditioner as leave-in. There are some conditioners that are multi-purpose that you can use as both your rinse off and leave-in conditioner. So the conditioner I'm using, as I'm going through it and detangling my hair with it, I'm going to also put some more back in or leave a little bit of the conditioner still in my hair to serve as leave-in. If you decide to use a separate leave-in product, then you can just fully rinse out your conditioner and then go ahead and apply it right here in the shower as well. And then so I just continue detangling my hair, and once I'm done with a section, sometimes I will twist up that section. Unless I'm doing like a wash and go or something, then I'll just leave all of my hair loose, but I proceed and detangle the rest of my hair in the same exact manner that I just showed you. And then once I'm done detangling all of my hair, then I can step out of the shower and style my hair. So whenever it comes down to styling your hair, there are two ways that I approach it. There are two ways that I think about it. So one way will be styling my hair to wear it out in a style that will last me like a week or two before I wash and restyle my hair, or styling my hair for the long term in a style that will last me several weeks or months. Both are pretty useful in knowing how to do. We're gonna start with styling your hair to wear it out in the more shorter term styles. Now, when choosing to style your hair, if you're new to natural hair styling, for me, what I found to be the easiest entry-level hairstyle to do is a wash and go. Now, you may have heard about wash and goes and may have heard about it being a complicated process. And it can be a complicated process if you approach it as such. But the way I approach my wash and go, I literally really do just a wash and go. What makes my wash and go be a much faster process is I towel dry my hair first, so that my hair isn't soaking wet when I apply the gel, which makes my drying time reduced. And I literally put gel in my hands and put it in my hair. It's literally as simple as that sounds. Put gel in my hands and apply it in my hair. I can do this in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how picky I want to be. Longer if you are very, very picky. I literally just put the gel in my head and then go. Immediately, like 10 minutes after the gel has been applied in my hair, the whiteness is going to be completely gone. I don't put too much gel in my hair to where all of my head is white. So within 10 minutes after me applying the gel, I am ready to go out. My hair is still wet. It takes like an hour or two to dry, but it's to the point where I can go out and my hair looks good. It's literally a wash and go. All you need is hair gel and your hands. So for me, that has been the easiest entry level way to actually style my hair after I've washed it. Now, once you've mastered the wash and go, if you're trying to venture into some more fancy natural hairstyles, there is the twist out, the classic natural hairstyle, and can get a little bit more stretching of your hair. So when doing a twist out, I step out of the shower with my hair in big sections, and then I just go through my hair and twist my hair up in smaller twists, using either a twisting gel or a twisting butter to twist up my hair. So you literally just go through your hair and twist it in smaller twists. This is the typical size that I go for. And then once you've twisted up your hair, you just go to sleep and then wake up. You want to make sure before you untwist your hair that it is fully dry. So if you need to, you can run a blow dryer through it. You can stay in your twist a little bit longer. But if you want to untwist your hair the next morning, just make sure it's fully dry. And then you literally just untwist it just using my fingers to separate the twist more, and that's all I do. I don't back comb my hair or do anything like that. And voila, you have your twist out. This takes an extra time twisting your hair up before compared to a wash and go, which is faster, but I like the way twist outs look too. So now with a wash and go and a twist out, you're probably wondering, okay, how do I care for my hair throughout the week? What products do I use throughout the week? How do I sleep with my hair throughout the week? How do I wear my hair throughout the week? So in terms of sleeping with your hair, if you're using a bonnet and you have maybe a similar hair texture to me, I find that using a bonnet just is probably the worst thing I can do for a hairstyle. It just messes up my hairstyles. If I go to sleep in a bonnet, I wake up, my hair is just a mess. So what I found to be the best way to sleep with my hair is just wrapping a scarf around it. This way I'm not disturbing the style too much, but it is still protected and not all loose. That is how I sleep with my hair, whether it's in a wash and go or a twist out. And then in the mornings of my wash and go or twist out, this can also include if you decide to do fancier stuff like bantu knots, braid outs, any of that stuff. In the mornings, I just fluff my hair back out to get it to look good again, and then I go about my day. That is literally all I do. I do not reapply product unless you're going like multiple weeks wearing your hair out loose without washing it. The product that you apply during your wash day should last you until your next wash day. If I'm wearing my hair out loose in a twist out or wash and go or any type of style like that, the maximum I like to go in between wash days is like 2 weeks. Most of the time I do it like a week, but especially if I'm just wearing my hair out for a week, I don't reapply product or comb or brush through my hair until the next wash day. I keep it simple and don't over manipulate or mess with my hair too much. Messing with your hair too much or over manipulating your hair does lead to more breakage from you just constantly doing stuff to your hair, and just generally it's just not that necessary if you style your hair and set it on day one. Sometimes I reapply leave-in or other styling products if I'm switching up my hairstyle. Maybe I'm putting my hair in a bun and the perimeter of my hair just needs some leave-in to smoothen it out. If my edges feel dry, different things like that, then I will apply different products in that sense. But for the most part, I don't reapply product or I don't retwist my hair. I just wash, condition, and style and put all of my product in my hair when I style it on day one, and then allow it to last me until I wash and reapply more product the next time I wash it. And to prepare my hair for washing it after I've worn it out in a twist out or a wash and go for like 1 or 2 weeks, I literally just step right in the shower and proceed with my wash day, starting with shampooing my hair in twists, then applying conditioner and detailing my hair with the conditioner. I don't do anything to my hair before stepping inside the shower, and I'm able to do this because throughout the week of me wearing my wash and go or my twist out, I don't do crazy things to my hair. As long as I just sleep in my satin scarf wrapped around it, I don't back comb or tease my hair or style it in any types of crazy ways, my hair doesn't become too tangled. Especially if I wait longer, like if I go 2 weeks before I wash my hair, then sometimes my hair is more tangled. I still proceed with my wash day and just step straight in the shower, but especially if I've only worn my hair out for like a week or less than a week, then I step in the shower, my hair isn't too badly tangled. I step in the shower, shampoo, condition, and detangle at the conditioning step and proceed with the same wash day process that I showed earlier and prepare my hair for whatever style I want to do next. So as you're wearing your hair out, if you're wearing it loose, be mindful of trying not to allow it to become tangled as you're wearing it by just being careful and not doing crazy things to it and leaving it alone pretty much, so that when it comes time for your next wash day, you won't have to run into too much problems with your hair being extremely tangled, so you can go into your next wash day more simply. Whenever my hair is stretched from something like a twist out, that also helps it, keeps it from tangling up. And then if I'm doing a wash and go, as long as my gel is a stronger hold gel, the gel just kind of locks it and keeps it molded in its cast, so it doesn't really tangle up that much throughout the week as well. Whenever I'm wearing a twist out or wash and go or any type of loose style, I really only wear my hair either just down either in a center part or a middle part, or I put it in a bun. Those are my go-tos, just side part, middle part, bun. So that is the basics of how I wear my hair out loose. Those are the easiest styles. Start with a wash and go and then venture out into twist out. And then if you're feeling really advanced, you can go into the other things. But I would say if you can master those two things, then you've mastered wearing your hair out. So once you've done that, you've mastered the shorter term styles, then you can go into how to care for your hair in the longer term styles, where you're styling your hair in a style that lasts several weeks or months. Whether you want to do it yourself or go to someone else, I say the easiest way to put your hair away in longer term styles, if you're doing it yourself, is to learn how to flat twist. If you can do those three things, wash and go, twist outs, and flat twist, you are a whole natural hairstylist. Like, you can do literally anything. If you can flat twist your hair, you can put literally anything on top of it. You could do this style. Like this, you would think that you need to be like an expert, but you really don't. You just need to put your hair flat twist underneath and stick a wig on top. Super, super easy, and I have the tutorial on this hair. Doesn't it look so natural? Like, I'm looking at myself, I'm obsessed with this hair. But yeah, doing flat twist is a lot easier than doing cornrows, and also a lot less manipulation than doing cornrows as well. A lot of the time I actually flat twist my hair in the shower after I'm done like detangling and like putting all the conditioner and stuff in it. But if you can't twist your hair up very quickly, you can definitely do this outside of the shower as well. One thing I like about flat twisting your hair is that there's very little learning curve. You just twist your hair like normal, except you go down to where it lays against your head. So it's perfect for beginners. But yeah, flat twist, and then you can put your hair away. If you don't want to do wigs, you can do scarves on top of your flat twist. You can just wear your hair out in twist without putting anything on top of it either. Just learning how to do your hair in twist, put your hair in twist, opens up a huge world of styles that you can do, to where you won't have to be messing with your hair every week or every other week, and you can just leave your hair in twist for however long you want. And you could, if you wanted to, you could still wash your hair in those twists. You could still do everything that you want to do while your hair is in those twists, but at the same time giving yourself a break from having to do a lot of the heavy duty work of actually caring for your hair whenever it's loose. If you choose to do other types of styles that are more intricate, and you choose to go to someone else to do it for you, if you don't necessarily know how to do more intricate styles, I would say just make sure that your hair is well detangled before you take it to someone else. So if your hair was just finger detangled, maybe try running it through with a brush and then twisting it up, just to make sure that everything is super, super easy to work with, so that whenever you give it to another person won't go in and like mishandle it and be really, really rough. You can kind of cut down on the chances for them to do that by prepping your hair better beforehand. Do your research. You want to go to someone who cares about taking care of natural hair, who will give time to being careful with it, who won't just rip through your hair, someone who also doesn't braid too tight. You should never be in pain after you put it in a hairstyle. You can wash your hair as often or as little as you want in these, depending on your own lifestyle. If you work out a lot, maybe you sweat a lot, if you get a lot of dandruff, if you suffer from itchy scalp, things like that. And whenever I wash my hair in these styles, it's the same process where I just wash with a good cleansing shampoo, and then I apply conditioner to my hair to condition my hair, and that's it. In terms of applying oils onto your scalp, whether you're applying it in these longer term hairstyles or you're applying it when you're just wearing your hair out in the shorter term hairstyles like wash and goes and twist outs, applying oils is something that you can do if you want, as long as they don't cause itching for you, because applying oils to your scalp can cause itching if you have a sensitive scalp. But if they don't cause itching, you can apply any of your favorite oils. You can definitely look out for ones that contain rosemary oil. Another thing to bear in mind with your longer term protective styles, after you've worn them and you're ready to take them down, make sure that you're being gentle as you're taking them down and not ripping through your hair. You want to make sure that whenever you're taking your hair down from these styles, you're also being gentle so that you don't just break it all then. After a longer term style, I fully detangle my hair with a wide tooth comb and a leave-in that is not too watery, because this will allow my hair to not revert since it's already stretched from being in the braids. And I detangle my hair, put it in twist, and then step in the shower and proceed with the rest of my wash day. So you can definitely use this to your advantage. Use these longer term styles to try new styles, change up the way you look, give yourself a break from doing all the heavy lifting of caring for your hair whenever it's loose, and then also give your hair a break from over manipulating it, which can help a lot with length retention. Like I said earlier, for a lot of us, our hair is growing, but it is just breaking very quickly and sometimes breaking faster than it grows because of the things we do to it. So by going extended periods where we just leave our hair alone and allow it to just rest in styles that don't cause breakage for us. That's another important thing. You want to make sure that the style you're leaving your hair alone in isn't causing you breakage, that it's not too tight or too heavy. But when we can leave our hair alone and give our hair a break from us doing stuff to it all the time, we can retain length a lot easier. And that has been the most effective way for me to retain length on my hair. In terms of maybe yearly care or bi-yearly care, what are things that you can do to help keep up with your hair? One thing to think about is trimming. Generally, what you should know about trimming is that trimming can be beneficial if your hair ever gets to the point where your ends are really split, they are uneven. Sometimes it can cause, that can lead to problems with your hair tangling at the end, just because your hair at its ends are so like rough and like not smooth and as aligned as they would be if they weren't split and uneven, that can lead to tangling. So trimming can be beneficial in avoiding some of that tangling from happening. So you can trim your hair once you start to notice that is becoming an issue for you. If you are noticing that your hair is tangling up at the end, having a lot of force that you have to run through to run a comb through the very ends of your hair, trimming can be very beneficial in that sense. And you should only follow your own timeline. Never say, oh, it has been 2 months, so I need to trim. I need to trim every 2 months. I need to trim every 3 months. Only trim whenever you notice those things becoming an issue for you, because someone else's timeline for trimming may look different from yours depending on what they're actually doing to their hair. If they're manipulating their hair really rough every single day, their ends will get uneven a lot sooner than yours might. Only trim based off of your own timeline whenever you realize that, okay, something is happening to my ends, my hair, I'm noticing a lot of tangling, a lot of just funky stuff happening, then it can be beneficial to trim. And it's really that simple. When it comes to natural hair, I think starting off with a wash and go, and then you can venture out into twist outs if you're feeling fancy or if you want that extra stretching. And then also bearing in mind how you're approaching your wash day, focus on the things that are important, that you're being gentle with your hair. Look for certain things in products, the things that I mentioned in this video to help you. And those are the ways that you'll be able to have an easier time with your natural hair. And then you kind of get into the hang of like starting to have fun with your hair and like being able to style it in different ways with the washing of the twist outs, and then learning how to flap twist your hair and venturing into more fancier styles where you can put stuff on top of it and things like that. And that is the basics of natural hair. It can be a lot more intimidating at the beginning. That's one thing about natural hair. At the beginning, it may take a while to like get the hang of things, but once you get the hang of things, it still can be a lot of work, but it is something that is doable, and it's something that we definitely can all do. So I really hope that this video helped you, just sharing my little tips and tricks, and all the videos that I reference in this video will also be linked down below. And yeah, let's have fun with our hair together, try different things. The world of things a Black woman can do with her hair will never cease to amaze me. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful and just giving you a rundown of what to know in taking care of natural hair. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.